You know, I feel fortunate to have been covering the Bulls at that time and being so close to watch this transformation of this young man just becoming the greatest basketball player that's ever played. Nothing could ever stop him from winning. It was all about winning. The flu game, they called it. It could have been the pizza game because he thought it was food poisoning, and he looks horrible. He could barely talk, you know, and I didn't want to keep asking him about how you feel, this and that and the other. I could just see it in his eyes. I think he realized the situation. You have an opportunity to win a championship, and it can go away. We're not going to wait till you get better and then play the next week. The thing that always brought the greatness out in him was a challenge, and he was just zoned in, and there was nothing that was going to stop him from playing his best and winning that basketball game.
And now, introducing the starting lineup for the Chicago Bulls. Starting forward, number 3 at 6'7", from Long Beach State, Brian Russell.
Welcome everyone to Game 5 of the NBA Finals with Coach Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. A lot to talk about as we get set to go. First and foremost, Michael Jordan apparently suffering from serious flu-like symptoms.
Yeah, there was a real question whether or not he'd even take the court here. But in a crucial Game 5, there's no way Jordan's sitting out. It's just a matter of how much it'll affect him.
And the Bulls had only lost 2 games total, Clark, in the previous 3 rounds before dropping the last 2 here in Salt Lake City. So the Jazz have them on the ropes, it would seem.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. You think about it, Chicago's won 4 titles since '91, and they've never had to go the distance in the series. I mean, if they can't find a way to stop Utah's momentum here, the Bulls will, for the first time, need 7 games if they're going to get another ring.
So taking the floor for the Bulls, it'll be Ron Harper and Michael Jordan in the backcourt. Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman man the forward spots. And at center, Luke Longley. For the Jazz, John Stockton will be at the point with Jeff Hornacek at the 2. In the front court, we have Brian Russell, Karl Malone in the center, Greg Ostertag.
And guys, I think it's already safe to say Jordan does not have his usual energy tonight.
Great job finishing that play off.
Yeah, very secure, wasn't it, Clark? Using both hands.
Nothing fancy, textbook.
Now here's Jordan for the 3. And it's Malone with the rebound. Clark, with Michael Jordan clearly not feeling well, you have to wonder how many minutes he'll be able to play in this one.
And Kevin, you know, with Michael Jordan, he never wants to come out of the game ultra competitive, and yet Phil Jackson may be in a position where he has to make a tough decision. I mean, that's part of what a coach has to do. Sometimes you have to rescue a player from himself.
But Jordan never wants to come out, does he?
No, he wants to go the full 48 minutes.
And of course, Coach, all eyes on Michael Jordan as we try to get a sense of how his illness is affecting him.
Shouldn't take long to find out, Kev. Once he gets a few minutes under his belt, we'll see if he has the energy to keep going.
Yes, sir. And the Bulls have to overcome Jordan's illness. For more on that, let's now go to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. With Michael Jordan struggling, the Bulls training staff is doing all it can to keep him hydrated. They've given him plenty of fluids and are considering an IV. It means the Bulls will need guys like Pippen, Rodman, and Harper to step up, especially on defense, because they're facing a red-hot Jazz team. John Stockton has been dominant since this series came to Utah. Guys?
He has been. David, thank you. When they're ready with an IV, you know Jordan's condition, Mike, has got to be serious.
For sure. You have to wonder how long MJ will last tonight. I'm not sure how many minutes he'll have in him.
But they're going to need him. And Clark, after a few quiet games to start the series, John Stockton's been sensational since the series has come back to Salt Lake.
I think you got to attribute some of that to playing at home, good home cooking. You know, we always talk about John Stockton's assist, but in these finals, his defense has been as good as his passing.
It has.
You know, the separator with Jordan from other guys is his drive. That's obvious in my mind. He wants to win more than most anybody else out there on the floor.
Now here's Stockton. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Hornacek. A three-pointer off the mark. Chicago trailing here. Rodman passes to Jordan. Over Hornacek. Rodman trying to break free. No good from Jordan. And coach, for Scottie Pippen, the effects of his foot injury, you can see, are still lingering.
Yeah, he hasn't been as explosive as we're used to. He's been in more of a post-up role for them in the past few games.
Now, here is Russell. Following the miss by Michael Jordan. Here's Malone. Rodman grabs the miss.
And the defense was ready for that. They know he's a threat at the rim and swarmed him on that layup.
So they take the lead.
Jordan.
And it's 7 points for Michael Jordan.
Tremendous strength there from Jordan. Knows he's going to get hacked inside, finishes through it.
Outside, Russell. Outside, Malone. Back to Russell. Harper against Stockton, and it's blocked.
Hard to shoot over 7'2". Longley getting all of that one.
And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. And here's Harper from the arc. Offensive rebound and stolen by Stockton. Hornacek outside. There's 1:38 left to play here in the first. Launches a three. Scottie Pippen grabs the miss.
And with Jordan under the weather, you have to think it'll affect his defense the most. He just doesn't have the energy to go full speed at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, you know, Mike, I agree with you. That's what it seems like to me. He'll have to conserve that energy and pick his spots. And as much as the Bulls need his scoring, I think he'll have to go all out at the offensive end.
And stolen by Jordan. Ostertag pass to Hornacek. Russell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Hornacek. To the paint. Here's Ostertag. And it's Ostertag with the jam.
Boy, nice dish that time by Hornacek. Doing a good job finding his open teammate.
Chicago leading. Now the pass to Jordan. Here's Pippen. The shot that time, not on target. The Jazz go the other way with it. Ball's knocked loose. Harper with the steal. Here's Rodman. And Dennis Rodman with the slam.
Such a tenacious defender. Harper excels at knowing when to pounce on steals.
Stockton passes to Hornacek. Kicks to Russell. Knocked loose and stolen by Longley. Here's Jordan. Another make by Jordan. The flu not seeming like it's much of a factor.
Boy, quick thinking that time from Longley. Reading the opposition and then jumping all over that steal. Good anticipation.
Here's Stockton. Here's Ostertag, and it's Ostertag with the jam.
Leaving no margin for error. That was a terrific finish.
Clark, this is what happens when you refuse to box him out.
Yep.
Oh, and Clark, it went in! Count it!
Yeah! I'm still trying to figure out how that went in. I'm not sure he even knows how it went in.
He just threw it up and hoped for the best. By some miracle, he got it to go.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Bulls out front as they wrap up the first quarter. And we're back for the start of the second quarter. It's Game 5 of the NBA Final. Bulls star Michael Jordan still in distress with flu-like symptoms. Bulls leading by 6.
And I'll say, I don't think you could get a louder crowd than we have in Utah here tonight.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Wennington is out there with Rodman. It's Michael Jordan. Then there's Pippen. And it's Curry. And at the point.
Such a physical player. Jordan seems to embrace getting contact on the way up.
And so he hits both. You're right about these fans. The Jazz crowd is sensing what an opportunity this could be.
Kevin, they sure are. It's an intense place to play. There's no denying that. And with a chance to take a 3-2 lead in the series, these fans have it turned up full throat.
Yeah, top volume. They are loud.
Yep.
driving to the basket. Remington, no good. Hey, Clark, the Bulls doing a good job on Stockton so far.
Well, they know in order to muck up the Utah offense, you've got to start with the head of the snake, John Stockton. Get him out of rhythm. They learned that the hard way in games 3 and 4. They're determined not to let him beat them again.
Yep, they're stifling them. Some changes for Chicago. Caffey comes in for Dennis Rodman. And it's Kukoc in for Scottie Pippen. He's off on the second. The Bulls leading by 4. To the middle. Here's Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Taking the flu into consideration, Jordan has been tremendous so far in this one.
And here's Utah. Passes to Morris. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Now Foster. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he's off on his first shot of the game. You know, Mike, it's amazing to see the performance Jordan is putting on here. Clearly not at full strength, but still getting it done.
That's the kind of competitor he is. Remember, this is the NBA Finals. If MJ had to play on a broken leg, he'd probably still be out there.
You're probably right. And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
And with their offense sputtering, time to talk things over.
Yeah, they've got to get organized and make more of their opportunities.
Here's Isley, defended by Kerr. Isley, the pass to Anderson. Now Foster. Anderson in the post, defended by Kerr. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Love seeing Clark attack the offensive glass. His work ethic in this aspect is commendable.
Jordan against Anderson. Jordan passes to Caffey. Fires from deep. Another three for Chicago.
Jordan, 3 points.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here.
And it's hard to imagine a player performing as well as Jordan under such tough circumstances.
Isley, the pass to Foster. Morris looking over the floor. 5 to shoot. Over Kukoc. And that one goes long. Well, if we've learned one thing, Clark, over the years, it's that Michael Jordan can rise to any occasion.
That's exactly right. And it's impossible for me to explain the kind of energy it takes to do what Michael Jordan's doing. And to do it when you're sick, like he is, it seems virtually impossible. But I do know this, Kevin. There are many times when players have not felt their best and yet played their best. I think psychologically and subconsciously, you rise to another level of concentration, which helps you.
I know you and I are glued to this one.
Yeah.
The Jazz making a switch here. Keefe's checked in.
Easy buckets like that, just what the doctor ordered to get them back into this ball game.
They need something to light that fire, and that, you're right, may be it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right to the rim and left nothing to chance with the dunk.
No way can you overstate how important this game is. I mean, the Bulls have only trailed in the finals once throughout the Jordan era.
Anderson passes to Keefe. And the wide open shot from Morris. Offline with his 3.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And Mike, if the Jazz pull this game out, the Bulls will be under pressure they're not used to.
True, but this is a tough team to rattle. Even if they do go down 3-2, I don't think they'll be easy to put away.
I would agree with you.
Poor defense on the perimeter has to be better.
And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And Mike, in the battle between Michael Jordan and Karl Malone, 2 of the greats ever, Jordan has dominated so far.
Each team leans on those guys for the bulk of their scoring. And tonight, Jordan's taking the mailman to school.
And what a crazy swing that whole play was. The steal and then the slam.
Clarkie read that perfectly and makes a huge play.
Big time.
And you could feel the whole game shift with that sequence. What a game changer.
And let's go to David Aldridge for a report.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Now, during the last time out, I asked the Jazz coaching staff if they're going after Michael Jordan because of his condition. The assistants told me that Jerry Sloan doesn't know that Jordan's sick, doesn't want to know that he's sick, and doesn't want his players to know. He wants them playing as if Jordan is at 100% full strength. Kevin?
Great job, D.A. Thank you. Mike, from a coaching point of view, does that make sense?
I think it does. You don't want guys to relax one bit when they're going up against Jordan, no matter how he's feeling.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Luke Longley's checked in for Chicago.
Lighting it up, Michael on one tonight.
Here's Stockton, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kukoc against Malone. He kicks it to Hornacek, fires the three. Good, and it's Malone picking up the assist.
That's a money play for this team. Hornacek in a catch and shoot.
Jordan dishes to Kerr, takes the three. Utah with the rebound. Hornacek right side. It's rebounded by Jordan. The Bulls leading by 3. Here's Kukoc, and it's Kukoc with the jam.
That's a heads-up play by Kerr, finding the open man and getting him the ball on time and on target. Well done.
Down low, here's Malone. And Malone with the stuff.
Boy, I love that assertive finish.
Yeah, he didn't want to let anyone think they could get in his way.
Well, after seeing that, I doubt the defense is all that eager to tangle with him around the rim.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Pretty good display of strength by Jordan there. Absorbed the contact and still able to nail the shot.
On the wing, Stockton. Malone down low. Good work defensively by Rodman.
He'll normally convert on that finish. The defense got lucky.
And so we conclude the first half. Bulls lead by... I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge. We're ready for the second half here in Game 5 of the NBA Finals. On defense, the Bulls' biggest goal tonight, Clark, was keeping Stockton in check. And so far, they've been able to do just that.
Well, it's clear Stockton is the hub of the wheel, Kevin. We all know that. And the Bulls doing a really good job to limit his penetration, clogging up the passing lanes, and really make everything uncomfortable for Stockton.
They are. Hornacek's out there with John Stockton. Then there's Greg Ostertag. And there's Malone. And it's Russell in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Jordan passes to Longley. Can't cash in from close range. Jazz trail by 6. Russell inside. Pippen on him. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Jordan deciding where to go with it. And so for the third time in this series, Michael Jordan scores 30 points. Are we sure he has the flu right now? Wow. Pass to Hornacek from downtown. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
How about this Utah crowd? They get extremely loud. Remember back in Game 4, Phil Jackson had to wear earplugs.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Russell. Count that bucket. Russell's got his second bucket of the night.
With his upper body strength, Russell having no issues with the bump.
And Mike, talking about the atmosphere in here right now, it couldn't get any louder.
Well, it's the last game of the year in Salt Lake, and maybe the biggest game in Jazz history. These fans are going to do their part for sure.
Yeah, they're going crazy. That's good, and a nice assist from Stockton. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's an accurate shooter, and Russell very selective as a shooter. He focuses on taking high-quality shots on a regular basis.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Stockton down low. He's guarded by Harper. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from John Stockton.
Tell you what, this speaks to how poised Stockton is. Doesn't get easily rattled inside.
Rodman finds Jordan. For 3, Pippen. Rebound, Utah. Ostertag's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Russell against Pippen. Russell with the bucket. And it's now only a 1-point Bulls lead.
Boy, since the break, they've really increased the energy level.
I love how this team is playing, making the effort plays.
And I think the question marks about Michael Jordan's health, Coach, have been answered by now.
From everything we're hearing, what he's doing is amazing. This is a guy who might need an IV, and still, he's out there tearing the Jazz up.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Brian Russell is a shoot-first player, but he's also very unselfish. Did a nice job with the read and made a good pass.
Jordan kicks to Pippen. Jordan against Russell. To the left wing. Wide open look. Harper, no good. Stockton against Jordan. Back to Russell. Driving in for the lead. Chicago grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, what a ruthless, wicked dribble move that time by Jordan. Threw his defender off and got the space he needed to fire.
Russell finds Stockton. Outside, Russell. To the inside. Hornacek. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. Dennis Rodman picks one up.
Good dose of toughness on display from Hornacek, pushing through that contact for the and-1 opportunity.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game for the Jazz. Foster comes in for Malone, and Morris subbed in for Russell. Chicago also making some changes. Tony Kukoc, he's checked in for Longley, and it's Brown in for Ron Harper. And Clark, it looks like Scottie Pippen is still feeling the effects of his foot injury.
And Kevin, you factor in Jordan being sick. This was the night the Bulls really needed Pippen, but that sore foot is slowing him down, and that's tough.
Very. This is his first free throw of the game. Anderson, he's checked in for Utah, so he can't get either to fall.
Tell you what, if you let me pick just one point guard to run my offense, man, you could not go wrong with John Stockton. He might be my first pick. He's a prototypical textbook point guard.
We thought this game could come down to who does more, Coach, Jordan or Malone.
And it's been a one-sided fight. Jordan's been the bigger presence by far. MJ may be sick, but he isn't going to let that stop him.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, and they recover it. The rebound by Jordan. The Bulls leading by 5. It's Pippen on the wing. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist in this one. Brown against Stockton. Lays it up off the glass. Stockton's got his 2nd bucket.
It's easy to understand why Stockton is so efficient. He takes smart shots, a high IQ player.
And the defensive effort like that, that's why they're trailed.
Exactly. Oof! You have to meet the offense's physicality. And they did not.
Yeah, because when you don't, this is what happens. They throw it right down in your face.
That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket for Morris.
Use the pick, get space. Easy, smart basketball.
And 3 from Jordan. Another 3 for Chicago.
Excellent touch on the long-range bomb from Jordan. He only takes those when he really likes them, and that one looked good.
Michael Jordan getting it done for the Bulls. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We'll get right back to the action when... Welcome back for the fourth quarter of this pivotal Game 5. With Clark Kellogg, Mike Fratello, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Michael Jordan still toughing it out despite his illness.
And here we are in the quarter that could define this series. At 2-2, Game 5 is almost always the deciding factor.
Malone kicks to Hornacek. The rebound by Pippen. Pippen's got rebound number 5 here tonight on the court for Chicago to start the fourth. We've got Jordan. Kukoc is out there with Pippen. Then it's Longley. And it's Kerr in at the 1 spot. 6 to shoot. Here's Kukoc. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And for Utah, Clark, it seems like this is almost a must-win situation.
I agree. It's hard to imagine them, Kevin, winning back-to-back games in Chicago. I think the Jazz must get it done tonight.
I agree. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 7. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. You know, Clark, it's been a quiet night so far for Stockton, but remember, he came to life in the last few minutes of Game 4.
Hey, look, this is an all-star player, an all-NBA player. Never count Stockton out. Even on his off nights, he's going to find a way to make winning plays when they need him to. The Bulls can't relax on him down the stretch. They've got to make sure they mind John Stockton.
Absolutely. Jordan dishes to Kukoc. Jordan the pass to Longley. Back to Jordan. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Kukoc can't get it to go.
He'd like that one back. That's normally a shot he makes.
Yep, that one goes in there. Longley's got the lead up to 11 now for Chicago.
This is the winning mindset Jordan brings to his team. Enjoys feeding his open teammates.
Stockton looking around. Back to Hornacek. Fires for 3. They get a hand on it.
And a great bounce-back game for Jordan after a shaky performance in Game 4.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Boy, great finish that time by Kukoc and his improved upper body strength on display there.
And it's stunning, Clark, to think that Jordan could have this kind of game in his condition.
You know, he's shown us in the past how he can rise to any occasion. But he missed 16 shots in Game 4. To see him tough it out and actually raise his game, remarkable.
It is remarkable in every way.
Fighting to keep the play going, grabbing the board and sending it right back.
Rodman is checked in for Kukoc.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Jazz, Karl Malone. At the line for 1.
And Malone, no good on that one.
Well, I tell you what, if you wanted the template for the perfect power forward, it might be Karl Malone. I mean, he's got everything you want in a format.
You know, it's just incredible, isn't it? For all the bad news, Mike, we've heard about Jordan's condition, he is still in complete command of this game.
MJ is such a motivated player. As strange as it sounds, maybe this flu gave him some inspiration because we're seeing him at his best.
And you know, because you've called all of his biggest games. Here's Jordan, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Jordan.
The mid-range is more or less wide open for Jordan. It's a go-to scoring area for him.
Jazz trail by 13. Stockton up top. Defended by Kerr. Hornacek from long range. Rodman grabs the rebound. Rodman's got 4 rebounds in this game. Jordan kicks to Kerr. Offensive rebound. Back to Jordan. Kerr outside. Tries yet again. The shot's good from Jordan. Jordan's got 46 points.
At 6'6" with his crazy hops, Jordan could be a problem down low.
Utah calls timeout. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
They need to use this timeout to evaluate how they can slow him down. He's lighting them up from beyond the arc.
Harper, he's checked in for Chicago.
Ron Harper.
Stockton outside. Pass to Hornacek. Takes a 3. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Stockton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
There's a reason why Hornet looks from behind the arc.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're up by 12. And there's a minute 45 left here in the 4th quarter. Kerr's checked in for Chicago. Brown comes in for long.
Coming onto the floor for the Bulls.
And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th quarter.
Randy Brown.
And here's Harper from the arc. That one, no good. The Jazz go the other way with it. Here's Russell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Jordan. Third
A
personal foul.
strong wing.
Second
Russell wants to
team
guard
foul.
the other team's best player. That's a
After
rare
for the
quality.
Jazz.
And so Russell hits them both. Chicago leading by 10. To the paint. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
He loses concentration just for a moment. Might be getting a little complacent sitting on this lead.
Hornacek outside. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Hornacek's got 16 here in the second half. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Bulls.
Jazz foul.
The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
A minute 20 left in the 4th quarter.
Boy, that length that Russell has makes him a tough defender, too.
It's Hornacek on the wing, guarded by Pippen. Outside, Russell. There's the pass to Stockton. Kicks it out to Hornacek. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Pippen. Up again. Count it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Rising to the occasion, Malone delivering the clutch points.
Pippen dishes to Jordan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Jordan's got 48.
They appear to have vice gripped this one, especially with the clock melting away.
Just have to continue to play smart. As long as they do this, they should be able to grab the W here.
And the Jazz call time here. They're down by 7. 43 seconds left in the game. Hornacek from long range. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
The college walk-on with a huge bucket. Hornacek is a certified shot maker.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 41 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Look at this, Jazz fans. It's your Utah Jazz dance. Let's get loud, fans. Stand up and make some noise.
This one for 3. Utah gets it back.
No doubt about it. That's a big shot. Huge from Karl Malone. He's definitely a go-to guy in this league.
expect, Clark, they'll take their time here.
Yeah, every second that ticks away plays to their advantage.
Kerr can't hit.
And people will say he shouldn't take that mid-range look, but he had the space and is capable of making it.
To tie it up. It's good. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Calm, collected, and composed. Nicely done.
Yes, he coolly got that one to drop under pressure.
Kerr outside. Jordan outside. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we're set for overtime here in Game 5. In a series tied at 2-2, this is a game that could very well decide the NBA championship. And Chicago has possession.
And this is the biggest period of the NBA season. Whoever comes out ahead in this overtime will be one win away from a title.
Malone is out there with Foster. And it's Brian Russell. Then there's Hornacek. And it's Stockton in at the point. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Clark, for Michael Jordan, exhaustion must be setting in.
I would certainly think so, Kevin, but as big as this game is, there's only one thing on his mind. Getting the Bulls back home to Chicago with a 3-2 lead.
This is really something.
Yes, sir.
Stockton outside. Passes it to Hornacek. 5 on the clock. To take the lead. Foster down low. Pippen on him. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Harper the pass to Jordan. From deep. Rebound, Utah. Hornacek's got 4 rebounds in this game. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The drive by Jordan. And it's Pippen snapping it down.
Boy, that's leadership right there. Coming through in the clutch. Pippen knocking it down in a big moment.
Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over. They trail by 2. 1:53 left in overtime. We play just over a minute here in OT. Here's Malone. Dennis Rodman pulls it in.
A perfect example there of how to protect the rim.
To have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, such an asset defensively.
Now, here is Jordan. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 1:32 left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. About 90 seconds off the clock here in the extra period. The feed to Malone. Shoots over Rodman. No good off the back of the rim.
They got a great look. Close in. Sometimes the ball just doesn't go through the hoop.
Pippen with a wide open look. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Now it's a 5-point Bulls lead. Harper against Stockton. Here's Malone. Rodman with the defensive effort. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Shoots. Rodman dishes to Jordan. Over Foster. The shot by Jordan, no good. Huge moment here, Coach Fratello.
You have to stay calm in these situations.
The shot by Stockton, no good. And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And here's Rodman outside. Harper kicks to Jordan. And here's Rodman outside. Sinks the three-pointer.
The defense didn't see this coming. Rodman gets the ball and puts up a shot in seconds.
Look, I don't like to be premature about this, but this thing is done, over, cooked.
Well, it's our job to be honest, and come on, no way they're coming back.
One-handed, threw it down with power.
Oh, he loves that move.
An iconic one for him.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
I think what you most appreciate about Pippen, at least I do, is his versatility. I mean, he scores it, he rebounds, he passes, and he defends at a really high level.
Utah calls timeout. They're behind by 7. 23 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Guys, what do you think?
Hey, it's pretty simple, if we're honest. Tonight, they just weren't good enough.
At this point, you start thinking of next game, because this one is finished.
Pass to Isley. Morris with the ball. Anderson kicks to Morris. Another miss by Utah.
They've been a totally different squad here in the overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy.
Here's Jordan. A terrific shot on the turnaround.
That should put a stamp on this one.
Great way to close out a victory.
And now, Mike, the Bulls just one win away from their second straight NBA title.
And you have to think this series is theirs for the taking. I don't think Utah can go into Chicago and win 2 straight.
It'll be a tough task, Clark, to say the least.
Assuming Michael Jordan is back at full strength, Kevin, it very well could be an impossible task.